what's it like when you feel like you're actually growing up in your mindsets of what a relationship actually is?
Oh, that's that's a good question. You know what? The other night I was watching my mukbang with Adrian. I
Mm,
think we did it 2 years ago.
mm,
And I called Adrian up and I was like, Dan, we're so different now.
yeah, yeah.
Like, even the way we talk to each other, I seemed so impatient towards
Mm.
him. And at that time we were giving love advice. We were giving love advice.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like we knew so little and there's so
Mm,
much to learn still until
yeah,
now.
yeah.
The difference is that before I thought I knew everything about it. I thought there was a formula to it. And like, all you have to do is give a little part of yourself, be there for the person, and that's it. But it wasn't. It was
Mm,
it's so much more.
yeah,
And now what I'm looking forward to is being able to honestly just converse about our faith
mm,
and talk about something deeper than, oh, what do we do, oh, dating, oh, how are
mm,
you,
yeah,
it's just it's now about how we can both be a vessel for
yeah.
God as a couple.
Mm,
Yeah, it's totally different because I thought it was just all about me and him and me and him, not Adrian specifically at that. Yeah, I'm talking about my past.
okay.
And
I'm like, oh
then
no, Adrian. Like,
just
sorry.
changed.
Go on, go on.
Yeah, it just changed, which is an indicator that you're on the right track.
Yeah, I agree. It's something that you have to grow up. I mean, I'm not there right now, but what's it like when? Because you guys are what, 3, 4 years
4
now?
years, yeah,
You guys
4
are four
years
years in.
together.
What are the major differences in mindsets other than what you just mentioned
Hmm.
of your
Wait,
first year and now?
actually, Trey, I want
Go
to
ahead.
ask you
Go ahead.
first, since you asked me that. Um, what has changed for you? I mean, I know the person that you were with before,
Mm,
and before that, I didn't know the girl that came first. But anyway,
okay.
this is so funny because we know each other
Yeah.
so well and throughout the
Yeah.
years. But anyway, for you, how different has it been ever since the last relationship that you had?
One big thing that I learned is that don't think about it like you're marrying a future person,
Mm,
right? Think about it like you're doing it with the person who they
no,
are today. Very big
exactly.
difference. You might think, oh, when we're married, she's gonna be different. She's gonna be like this. But you're gonna be the same person, and you're gonna be
Yeah.
even more exposed to each other. The more like the further you go down the line. So that's something
Mm,
I really learned. I try to look for someone. That's why I'm very picky as well. I don't like to project in the future. I'm like, do I like you for who you are today?
yeah,
Then
that's good.
if you fit that, then that's great.
Yeah, because you're not gonna ask, oh, maybe I can like her now because I know that she's gonna get better
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this part
exactly.
of,
Which is
you
what a
can't
lot of
be
people
like
think.
that.
Or a lot of people will
Yes.
think, I can fix her.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that's dangerous.
Yes.
That was me. That was me, and I know it's so toxic, that's
Oh,
so
that's
bad.
dangerous.
That is dangerous. And you know what? That's a really good point because one of my deal breakers when I first started out dating Adrian was, do I want this guy to be the father of my children?
Oh,
That
for
was really
sure.
my question.
For sure.
And when my answer was yes, I was like, okay, then let's keep going.
Mm.
Because if my answer is no, then it's probably gonna be no a year from now too,
Oh, for sure.
right?
For sure. Not that you know everything right away, right? Like
Hmm.
of course you have to get to know person a bit
Yes.
before you make that decision. But at the same time, after a few months, after a year, you'll know. You'll have a good
Yeah.
feeling. Because it's not that people don't change, people can change, but
Yeah.
most likely you're gonna get the person who you're with today compared
Right.
to someone you're projecting in the future.
Hmm.
So that's a very dangerous part about um thinking that you really like someone that much. I
Hmm.
want to ask you this though, because for me in my own life, I'm at a point in my life where I'm thinking if I like someone, I want to go for it, right? It's just I'm here, I have a business, I have enough. I just don't like anybody. But
Yeah.
in your opinion, at what point do you go from wait for it and go for it?
Ooh, you know what? You're not gonna know. That's the real answer. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because I was with this guy for 7 years.
Sheesh.
It was very on and off.
Mm.
And imagine I'm 24, Trey. I'm 24.
Yeah.
So I was 12 years old. And I was 12 years old.
I was
and
14 in my first one, but go on.
There, see?
Yeah.
You get it. And people say, when you know, you know. And that was the advice to me. And at 12, I was like, I know. This is the guy. And it was a very dangerous advice because I stuck around for 7 years knowing that on the very first year I should have bowed out.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It was very unhealthy. It was so toxic. My parents, okay, that's one huge factor. My parents didn't know about it. I didn't have their blessing.
Yeah.
And that was when the lies started. You know, I lied to my parents. They didn't know a thing about the relationship. So that means I can get away with everything now. It starts with one little lie about to your parents about the relationship, and then it becomes like this domino effect.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna get any healthier from there. No good will come out of evil. Trust me. It's really not. But with Adrian, this is where I really changed things up. Because at that point, I was like, I'm so tired. I don't want to leave pieces of my heart and my life, who I am as a person, to people who won't have a relevance in my future. I mean, who would want to? Who wants to get heartbroken? Nobody wants to go through that. So the first thing I did was really tell my mom about it. I was like, Mom, I like this guy and I'm talking to this guy. And I wanted to get her natural opinion. Her organic opinion, rather. And I wanted to be sure that I was honoring her with that relationship as early as just talking to him in that kilig-kilig stage pa lang. Yeah. And I remember the first time that Adrian ever asked me out, we specifically said that if our parents are iffy about it, if they say no, then it's not gonna happen. Because that was the first time that I really prioritized my parents' opinion and their blessing.
Yeah.
And I was crying to God in my dorm room, Trey. I was really crying to him before meeting up with Adrian, or like even before asking my mom. It's like, God, please. Like, I don't, if he's not the one, take it away.
Yeah.
It was a very difficult prayer.
Oh, for sure.
It was very difficult. But I didn't want to go through what I went through anymore because I was so broken. But then it happened. Like, my mom said yes, his parents said yes, and then we met up. And then the first thing that Adrian told me was that I want to get to know you, because in the future, if we do hit it off and we get together, he wants to get married. Yeah. And that's the purpose of the relationship. And I said that's exactly the route that I want to take too. Yeah. And from then on, well, here we are. We're still together, and I would say such a healthy relationship. We both lead each other towards the one who gives us the ability to love in the first place. And that's the difference. You'll know when, you will know that the person is the right one, or when it's time to jump into that relationship, when you ask God about it and he tells you the answer. That's my answer, because I didn't know until I got that yes from him.